Hi everyone, my name is Jeremy Goldsmith, and this project has nothing to do with my work at National Geographic, and this is an art project I started 8 months ago. Just right after NACIS last year, I started working on this, and I wanted to share it with all of you and get your feedback. And I probably should have prefaced this now that I did not work on this project, and I am trying to get user feedback. It's perfect timing that you presented, James. Thank you so much for that, those insights. And but I am working on this project, but it's just an art project right now, and I want to make globes that, after seeing the great work of globe makers across the web and with some minor research in historical globe making, my globe production is currently a meditative process and folk art. I believe it suits my sensibilities and interests, and this project reinforces patience, dexterity, and creativity. I look forward to sharing my process and progress with you and all my future work to come. I'm diving in deep on this, and I plan to be working on this for 10 to 20 years ahead of me. So the inspiration started with, subconsciously, probably with Matt Dooley and the gunpowder maps, and some of the analog cartographic work I was seeing at NACIS in Pittsburgh, Minneapolis, and Montreal. I know Carolyn Rose's Crater Lake map with bathymetry was also semi-inspirational for this project as well. I just wanted to get off a computer screen and working on a map project with my hands. And then the primary medium, I knew I wanted to work with wood. And then I started recognizing all the great work coming from Bellerby globe makers in London. So with a little bit of more thought and research, this is like a year and a half of thinking about how I'm going to do an art project, passively thinking about it, and then really actively thinking about it probably for 6 months in 2018. And my friend, she does these in the top left, the tiger. She makes these grand wood pyrographic biological representations. She's an illustrator and an artist. So that's one of her projects. Pyrography is I don't know how old of an art form it is, but it's been around a long time. And you can see various examples I've just pulled from the web of pyrographic art in various forms on flat wood surfaces, and even the Wood Turners Association and various wood turning is another art form with a lathe and making curved wood. That's as far as I've gotten into the wood turning rabbit hole. And then these are some examples of Bellerby globe makers in London and the work that they do with watercolor on their globes. So the tools and the process that I use is, I started with a Dremel soldering iron from Walmart. And that really wasn't doing the trick after I read a couple blogs on pyrography and detailed pyrography and intricate pyrography. So the Colwood Super Pro wood burning pen is my tool of choice now after reading a lot of reviews on wood burning pens. And it has a temperature gauge and a variety of tip heads for different stylistic characteristics on wood. I'm currently using poplar wood that I purchase online. So I do not turn my own wooden spheres yet, but that will eventually come in my education and learning. I use one honey wood stain, paintbrushes, pencils, eraser, project line work data, Moriarty, thanks to Dylan Moriarty from Moriarty Hand. I'm using his data in QGIS, and I print out a paper sheet, and you can see that paper sheet now cut out into gores. And then with charcoal on the back side of the gores, I drape the gores onto the wooden sphere and pressure transfer the charcoal from pencil onto the sphere. I do not have a time lapse for you. I will next year or in future iterations or on the web. And I just recently decided to display my project on geological stands. So I'm using a variety of stones that I'm going to the Denver Gem and Mineral Show to collect geologic stands of different stones and petrified wood and amethyst. This is amethyst geodes and variety of geologic stands. So this is round one. I took some photos, higher quality photos the other day. I have a limited sizes right now. The globes are being passed around, so you can take a closer look. So a kind of binary color design right now with just coastlines and then coastlines and rivers on the larger sphere. I have just one GIS data set right now, which is natural earth, but with more time and larger spheres and a larger canvas and some larger scale, I can pack some more punch into these as I progress. So that's the future is round two, which will be new globe sizes, new sanding and staining processes, more stain colors, new process to, more geological bases, and just more practice. And thank you.